Okay, guys. Let's try to start. Can everybody hear me on Zoom? Gonzalito? Gonzalo, can you hear me? Dulce, can you hear me? Dulce, can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Alrighty, let's just go ahead and start. So we're going to talk today about AI, artificial intelligence. What is AI, guys? AI is basically trying to make computers think like humans. That's the bottom of it. So with programs and with things, it's trying to make computers think like humans. Now, how are they going to think like humans is adapting to the environment. So the sooner that they adapt to the environment, the sooner that's artificial intelligence. When you create a program that the computer is doing that. So right now in the market, there's multiple programs that they deal with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, there are two types of intelligence. One is, they call it kind of like a second grade intelligence, and then there's a high-end intelligence. So now the second one is adapting just to things that the computer sees. So for example, there's an internet site that you can tell the computer, for example, the computer right in front of you, you say, this is me drinking water. And you tell the computer, you take a picture, and this is me drinking water, and you take a picture. And this is me not drinking water. This is me not drinking water. So the computer is just analyzing you drinking water and analyzing not drinking water. So you put it on a program, and the program is active on your computer, and then the computer tells you, hey, you have drank water for the last 45 minutes, you haven't drank any water, because it's looking at you, and it's computing whether you're drinking water or not. And every 45 minutes, it will say, hey, it's time to drink water because I haven't seen you drink water. So imagine if I put the computer back to you guys, and I say, okay, this is Maria being happy. This is Jorge being mad because we started late. And I take a picture, So now it's computing the reactions of Maria being happy or Jorge being mad, and that's the face that Jorge puts when being mad, and another face that the Pulido puts when he's mad, and another face when with Aymar that's happy. So the computer is analyzing. So the computer starts spitting out the picture of Juanito. And then the picture of Juanito, the computer says he's mad, and I say, no. Juanito is happy right now. And the computer starts learning what's happy and what's not. And then imagine if you put it in front of the client, and you put the camera, and you're seeing on your computer, hey, your client is happy, your client is not happy. So I'm talking to the client, and it's looking at the reactions of the client, and then the computer is telling me on my screen is saying, hey, the client is happy, the client is not happy. So if you provide enough pictures to say, this is a happy face, this is a mad face, this is a thinking face, and everything, the computer is giving you, hey, the guy that you put in front of the camera, he's happy, he's not. And it's amazing that's artificial intelligence. That's artificial intelligence. I'm not going to put a video just to show it, but that's what it does. So now we go into ChatGPT. And ChatGPT, to a lot of people, I mean, blew everybody out of the market. So ChatGPT basically is like talking to a computer. So the difference between Google and ChatGPT, the Google, I can say, hey, what's the best places to visit in Mexico City? So the best places to visit in Mexico City are this. That's what Google is going to tell you. And Google is going to give you a lot of options or internet sites that you can go to see the best places. And it's going to give you Expedia, and it's going to give you this and the suggestions, and it's going to give you pink, whatever they call it, Pinterest or whatever that. In options that you can see what is the best places to visit. ChatGPT, the difference between ChatGPT and Google is that I can say, hey, what are the best places to visit in Mexico? And it's going to give me a list right now of the best places to visit in Mexico. I said, what about this one? What is it good about it? And it's going to tell you what is good about it because of this. I said, but what hours is the best time? And then I start talking to the computer. I start talking to the computer. So that's the big difference. That's the big difference. What does he have to do with us? What does he have to do with us as loan officers? So now you're going to run into situations. We're going to talk about other things. But you can run into situations where a real estate agent is asking you questions. And it's asking you questions that sometimes, whether they make sense, they don't make sense. If you want to answer and you don't want to look like you don't care, because sometimes as loan officers we say, well, that's what it is. I said, well, I don't want to answer that. I don't want to answer that's what it is. I mean, I have a real estate agent right now that is on my behind, and the close of escrow is July 11. And they want to close on next Monday, July the 3rd. So I don't want to say, well, the close of escrow was July 11, so get off my back. No, sure. Let me see what I can do. ChatGPT, how can I answer to this real estate agent that is asking me for that? And if you do it, boom. You can do it with all personal things. You can do it with medicine. I mean, my wife, I went to a doctor and the doctor prescribes me some medicines, and I get home, and Jorge's wife is the same thing. Jorge likes to talk about his wife also. And then we get to the medicines and we just drink it, popping pills like the song. And then your wife hits you and the wife says, what are they for? And you go like, well, the doctor gave them to me. I said, well, what are they for? I says, well, I don't know. I says, well, what do you mean you don't know? You should know. So I came to ChatGPT. I say, liked to work out, and doctor prescribed diclofenac. Is it good? He said, I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you that diclofenac can be effective in providing a short-term relief from various muscular conditions, including pain related to workouts and physical activities. However, it's important to note that all medications have a potential risk. Common side effects of diclofenac can include stomach upset, indigestion, nausea, diarrhea. More serious but less common side effects include gastrointestinal ulcers, whatever. Then I'm gonna do a different. Can you tell me this in Spanish? Por supuesto. Soy modelo de lenguaje de inteligencia. I'm not a doctor. El diclofenato puede ser efectivo para proporcionar alivio. And I can say in another language. Can you write it in Hindu? Boom. Okay, so now, how do you market yourselves right now? So how do you market? We're actually recording a video right now, and we're going to put it on the internet because of training and everything. But how do you market yourself? A lot of things by YouTube, by TikTok. You market yourself by sending emails. So the whole purpose of today, 1 second, is to talk about those things. How do we market? So can you take me back to GPT? Okay, I got it. Okay, so I'm here, Dawson. So there's multiple things that ChatGPT can do for you to help you market yourself. So the one is, again, who you are and what is your purpose. Who do you want? What is your purpose? What is your goal? And how do you want to achieve it? How do you want to achieve it is very important. Because if I say right now, ChatGPT, can you give me ideas for loan officers to market myself or to send emails every weekly emails? It's going to give me an ideas. And it's going to give me an ideas that we used to hate. We used to hate when we buy systems and it says, yeah, these emails, but these emails are they don't apply to my area. True or not? I mean, it's giving me properties of $1 million we don't sell people buying $1 million homes in the valley. We send this type of properties. We don't send $1 million in Pondo, for example. So you can tell ChatGPT, can you give me marketing ideas for weekly emails? It's going to give me the marketing emails. And then you can say, in the area of Pondo, in the area of San Fernando Valley. And it's going to change the ideas. It's going to change the ideas. So let's do that. So the first thing that you have to make note, if you want to send weekly emails, you can always come to ChatGPT and says, can you set up weekly emails? So I'm a loan officer, and I want to market myself using weekly emails to my real estate agents I work for. Can you provide ideas? So the weekly emails is, okay, industry updates, mortgage tips, local market updates, client success stories, financial options, referral programs, frequent asked questions, expert interviews, educational content, personalized updates. Okay, can you give me, I want to write one for this week on financing options. Can you write one? So the system gave me 10 ideas. Out of the 10 ideas, I'm saying, hey, I like one, and I want to write one this week. That specific ones, can you help me write it? So about financial options, it says, yeah, conventional loans, loans this, FHA loans this, BA loans, USDA, jumbo loans, down payment assistance programs. Now, do I want to put everything on an email, or do we want to just talk about down payment programs? Can you do one for down payment programs, assistance programs? Emphasizing that I just closed one, and I just funded one today. So can you do one with down payment assistance programs, emphasizing that I just closed one today? So I'm gonna say, can you write another one with only, and you can see that I'm misspelling a lot of things. And ChatGPT says, well, you're Oscar, I already know you, you misspell a lot. So the system, payment assistant. So can you do one with down payment assistance program with emphasis on a closed deal that I did today? I say, hope this finds you well and you're enjoying your successful week today. I'm thrilled to share some exciting news. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 and it starts. Now I can just decide what I want to take. Just decide what I want to take. Now I can copy and paste this information to a Word document. How do you copy? You go to the top, it starts copy paste, and I paste it into my email body, or I paste it on that. I'm going to say, this is great. Can you build for me a calendar, a 10-day calendar to follow So this is great. So now day 1, introduction and welcome. Day 2, financial options. Day 3, conventional loans. Day 4, FHA loans and VA loans. Day 5, specialty loan programs. Day 6, down payment assistance programs. Day 7, mortgage tips and advice. Day 8, local market update. Day 9, referral programs and testimonials. And then 10, closing and thank you. So give me the schedule. Give me the schedule. Build me a schedule, a 30-day schedule of every email that I need to send my real estate agents. Now, I can change it and I say, well, what about my clients? Because Maria has a big database, and Maria's getting all the database, and Maria's getting ready to send emails to your clients, right, Maria? So what about my clients? Can you do it with my clients? Boom. It does it for your clients. Now, we can change it and says, well, I want to market myself doing YouTube videos. If I do YouTube videos, does it work? Can you give me a script? And it gives you the whole script that you need to say in YouTube videos. What about YouTube videos are different from TikToks? TikToks are, I think, 10 seconds or how many seconds?
1 minute or less.
1 minute or less. Can you do a TikTok? Boom, it tells you on the TikTok. Can you give suggestions on the TikTok? What to do and what not to do on a TikTok? Boom, it tells you what to do on a TikTok and not to do on a TikTok. Does it make sense? And I'm talking to a computer. I'm talking on a computer. And I'm saying, I don't like that. I don't like that. Can you do it in San Fernando? Can you do it in Pondo? Can you do it this? Can you do it in my market range? Whether your market range is $1 million homes in Stevenson's Ranch, además. Can you do it in Stevenson's Ranch? Boom, it will do it specifically for Stevenson's Ranch. Because some of the suggestions that it's going to give it to you, some of the suggestions are nationwide. And nationwide is going to talk about Florida, it's going to talk about Texas. No, don't do Texas, don't do Florida, do California. I'm in California. So I can change the narrative when I said I'm a loan officer. Now I can say I'm a loan officer in California. I'm a loan officer in the San Fernando Valley. And it changes the narrative completely, and it gives you the ideas and can write it for you. Any questions?
It's a great educational tool as well for us as loan officers. I have heard sometimes as, hey, how do I explain this in simple terms to the client? You can also do stuff like that. How do I explain in simple terms? How does the PMI work or something like that? It will give you a plain answer, which will be easier for the borrower to understand. So this is pretty much an amazing tool that can be used in so many ways.
So Ademar is saying, how can I explain to the client this program and this? And you're 100% right. You can also say, how do I deal with the rejection of the client? Yes. How do I deal? I can type right now, and I can say, rates have increased in my area, and I'm getting a lot of rejection from the client. How do I deal with this? How do I explain it to the client that it's a good move? And it will give me ideas on how to talk to the client. So anything that you might think, hey, how do I do this? Right now I'm connected, and right now the system knows that I'm a loan officer. I don't need to write, again, I'm a loan officer, I did it right now in the beginning just to make sure that you're writing the. Once you start correctly, not just interacting. Interest has gone up, and I'm getting it in bad grammar and everything. I'm getting rejection. How do I explain to him is always a good time to buy. Now, how do I explain to him that it's a good time to buy? And again, it's going to give me probably the first answer that it's going to give you is going to give you an answer that is very general and the answer that we don't like. No, everybody says that. No, everybody says that. But then you can change it. Then you can change it to your market. You can change it to your client. You can what they say, dumb it down. Can you dumb it down? And dumb it down is a slang, but I'm going to put it on ChatGPT because it gave me an answer, and it gave me an answer with long-term perspective, rate lock options. It's giving me a lot of perspective. But I'm going to say, can you dumb it down? and let's see if it works. Of course, I'll dumb it down for you, dumb. That's what ChatGPT did. So now it changed the whole perspective, so when you're talking to clients, when you want to build a calendar, if you want to do TikToks, if you want to do emails, if it gives you emails, it gives you an idea, and you can say, expand on that idea. Expand on that idea. What are the things that I need to talk to?
You can also elaborate on your answers if you want to give more precise answers.
Make sense? Any questions, any comments? It's a great tool, guys, a great tool.
How can they get it? How much does it cost?
What I'm showing to you is free. So I created an account and it's free. Now it has more options that you pay a monthly fee. The monthly fee, Jorge, how much is it? The monthly?
It's $20, and I think the difference is that when it's free, sometimes the system is busy because everyone's using it free, and sometimes you need an answer, you need something like right away, and it's not going to give it to you. You pay $20 per month, then it's never going to be busy. That's the one that I use because there's a lot of things, like Oscar said, there's a lot of things that I'm doing through the system. It's just worth it. Like $20, it's just worth it.
My subscription is free. I haven't paid for anything because I haven't run into a problem. So I get connected, I can get connected. I think the only time that I ran into a problem, it was one time. I was afraid that, hopefully it's not busy this morning, the system. But I just ran into a problem one time. But my account is free, and I just run it.
So everybody should be taking advantage of it, at least to give it a try. It's very popular out there. It's very popular. Everyone's using it, actually.
And you use it, like I said, I use it personally for medicines, personally for trips. Hey, I want to visit this city. What are the things to visit in that city? Can you expand on that? I have a budget. Can you tell me things to do in that city under this budget? Boom, it tells you those budgets.
Oscar,
Yes.
if you don't want to pay the $40, you can download Microsoft Edge and use Bing. And because they're trying to compete with ChatGPT, you basically get the same, but literally for free.
Yeah, like I said, there's multiple softwares. Obviously, ChatGPT kind of like just blew out of the water everybody. And everybody obviously is trying to get back up to par with them. I mean, Google has their own AI system that they're implementing now. Like Israel mentioned, Bing. So they're trying to compete. The thing here, guys, is not to sell ChatGPT or anything like that. The thing is, use it for your business. Use it for your business. So what do I market? I mean, send emails. What do I send? And how do I look professional or not? Because sometimes the emails that we do, we have the programs and everything. And if we write them, if we don't put it on a flyer, it looks very unprofessional. But if you put it on in this format, it looks very professional. If you want to do videos, if you want to do TikToks, obviously, what can you say about TikToks in marketing right now? ¿Cómo se llama?
What can I say about TikTok?
In marketing?
I say showing your face is a great option because it helps people connect to you. If you can't show your face on social media, that's a great issue.
Now, you don't know how to do a TikTok? How do I do a TikTok? What are the points and everything? On TikToks, there's a lot of things that you say, well, yeah, but I'm Oscar and I just look weird on TikTok. Well, why you look weird? Because you don't put music. The system will tell you you need to put music. And you need to put this type of music. And you need to be, you don't need to explain too much. You just need to do the things, the summary. And you need to do this and this and this and get out. And that's what makes the difference. Because obviously, if you put me on a TikTok, either my mentality is either I dance or I'll talk for hours. No. You need to put. If you don't put music on TikTok, it's not gonna pop, right? Now, music. I'm not saying music to dance. Music to background. Music to background. It captivates people. Now, everything. ChatGPT is gonna tell you how to do it. Everything. How do I know that if I don't do TikToks? Because I investigated on ChatGPT.
If but if you're gonna be using this for correspondence purposes or emails or whatever, I highly recommend to, especially if you're gonna be consistent doing this and people is gonna be getting this from you like constantly, I would recommend to go and put in a little bit of your personal wordings too, because I know that now people also detects if this was sent by using
Uh-huh.
GPT. So you do want to put a little bit of your own stuff in there, because then they could be like, hey, was this done in ChatGPT? And there's a way for them to see, oh, this isn't Oscar.
Yeah, I think Ademar is right. You just copy, paste, and then when you paste it, you know, you can always, you know, you
Digest.
can kind of like put your own sauce. So that way people know that it's you, that it's genuine, that it's not,
And it was just,
you know, just through a
computer
system.
generated.
But one of the things, I think that one of the biggest obstacles that I see is that you get used to your own habits, right? And, you know, technology sometimes, it seems very complicated, especially when you haven't been using it. And sometimes you don't want to deal with something like this because you say, well, Google can give me the same answers, but this is Google on steroids. This is way, way better than Google. You just gotta try it out, because once you start trying it out, you'll see that if it's easier, then you start using it. But if you don't use it, you're not gonna notice that it's easier to do whatever you're doing right now. You're not gonna see the difference, so you gotta start using it. You know, do your own stuff, start putting your answer questions and stuff like that, and you'll see how easy it is. Yeah, one of the things that I was talking to Oscar yesterday was that, you know, the guy that invented the refrigerator made a lot of money. But then there was this guy that commercialized the refrigerator. He was the one that put it on your household. And that guy made more money than the guy that actually invented the refrigerator. But the company that really made more money than both of them, it was Coca-Cola. Because Coca-Cola had nothing to do with the refrigerator. They were not involved in the refrigerator business, but they were the ones that made the most money because they started selling the 6-packs and the 12-packs. And now it was like, hey, you can put them on your refrigerator. So those were the ones that benefited the most. So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes you don't have to invent something like GPT as long as you use it in your own business. And I think this system applies a lot into the business that we do, but you just gotta take advantage of it. You gotta use it.
For me, that I grew up in Mexico, my grammar, I mean, I always struggle with my grammar. So this software, it helps me a lot. On communicating with listing agents, and again, like Ademar said, I put my own spin. I take the ideas that ChatGPT tells me, but communicating with listing agents is just very smooth, very smooth. Every time that I'm in a transaction, should not say this in a training, but every time that I'm in a transaction that I have a problem with a listing or a selling agent, it's kind of like, whoa, it's been a while. It's been a while, because the communication that I have with the agents is just very smooth, very smooth. I'm always communicating with the selling agent. I'm always communicating with the listed agent. And my transactions in the last years have been very smooth. Every now and then I run into a weird one, but every time I get surprised, and so you hear me talking about it because, wow, I mean, it's been a while that I dealt with that agent that I didn't communicate well with him. I talked to a client. It's not because of GPT, but it helps you. It helps you. I have always say, for people who don't run DU, Jorge, that's you. That running, tú también, Maria, don't laugh. You too. So running the U, for example, for me, running the U, it helped me a lot on how to fill that application correctly. It helped me a lot on how to fill, because DU will give me errors and it says, you have an error because of this, you have an error because of that, you have an error because of, so I go back to my application and I did it correctly. And I go back to my application and I did it correctly. So if you tell me, well, the present housing expense, and whether it's an investment, whether it's an unoccupied co-borrower, with this, with that, the thing that helped me how to fill out an application correctly was not Jose Luis Pulido. The thing that helped me how to create my application correctly And from years dealing with underwriters, and years underwriters criticizing me. Your applications are way ugly. The thing that helped me was running the use. So you don't guess that it was running the use, but that helped me a lot. The same thing with this. Sometimes I communicate with clients, and I communicate with clients in a whole different way matter than this. A client called the real estate agent, and you wouldn't believe that the client said that. Maria, would you believe that? The client told the real estate agent, Oscar explained it to me, and he was so calm. And I was like, I was calm. I was just explaining it to him. I said, no, he just explained it so good, so calm, that I don't need any more questions. I was like, okay. But why? Because the more that I get involved, the more that I research, the more that I write the emails, the better. So use it. It's free. If you want to pay the monthly fee, also, but just play with it.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna call it a day, guys, so thank you. You know, it was a new format, I hope you liked it. We had our kind of like a little bit of technical difficulties, but next meeting it'll get a lot better. This is a better way to do the meeting because we're actually filming for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and stuff like that, so we needed a bigger room. Okay, so hopefully this helps. Next time we'll do better. The trainings are gonna be from 9 till 10. So 9 to 10, guys, so plan them. We're going to send them before. We're going to send you the Zoom. And we're just going to get better and better, guys. So thank you, and see you on the next training.
Thank you.